this side, just beyond the semi-western, about 110 degrees, and so a way to think about it is, if you do a forehand western, well, the backhand western is just the rear side of the strings, so it's like hitting a backwards forehand. So a way to think about the technique is just to stand backwards and just extend your arm, and it's like that's kind of the technique. So it's the backswing of the forehand. They're equivalent, they're the same. So and vice versa, if you do a normal backhand western, well, the backswing is the same as the forehand, so it's like a backwards forehand. And I stand here because the sun is behind me like a halo, so a bit of a joke. And I'll shoot slowly. Practice so do a close stance. Open stance. Practice a serve. Just for exaggeration, I'll practice a backward serve. And just a close stance serve. An advantage of using a backhand western shot would be serve and volleying. So it means you can volley on the same grip on a backhand western and a forehand western. It'd be very good for kind of the half volleys and drive volleys, because western puts a lot of topspin on it. So be very consistent for those kind of low type of shots. Western is usually used for, if you think of Nadal, the very fast kind of baseline rallies. But if you were running a bit slower, you could try kind of do serve and volleying on a western shot. It's not impossible, and it'd be very good for the half volleys, as I was saying. It's very simple. The racket points upwards, so it's very natural. I'll try put the camera by the rear. So practicing a Western backhand would be very good because it forces you to hit very pure topspin on the shot, whereas the Aussie grips, the semi-Western grips, they're much more flexible, so you can kind of hit flasher or more topspin or slice on them much easier. Whereas to put topspin on a Western shot requires you to hit it very cleanly, so it's the hardest one to hit topspin on. So if you're able to manage hitting topspin on a Western shot, you'll be easily able to hit topspin on the other shots like Aussie or Eastern front to backhands. So the Western backhand is kind of it's the opposite side of a rear side semi-Eastern shot. And just a few more demonstrations. So on the forehand side, the racket, on the Western shot, the racket kind of juts backwards. On the forehand, it kind of leans, or on the backhand, it leans forward. So in a match, it might be a bit awkward sometimes. You might have to slice it more often, or take kind of a slow, flat shot. So it might be difficult sometimes in the match, but it might be great just to occasionally use a Western backhand in a practice match just for training and to get that that synergy, that overlap between the grips. So when I return to an Eastern 45 degrees on grip, it'd be much more simple to use the topspin on it because it's kind of much easier after having learned the Western grip. So Eastern grip. So yeah, another way to find the Western grip is it's just 20 degrees from the horizontal, so that's the balance of the racket. 20 degrees. I'll try to find some overlap on a topspin at 30 degree Eastern shot. So it's between the Aussie and Eastern grip at 30 degrees. And I'll try to see if I can find some topspin correlation between them.